Americans today have 3 times the food waste that we did 50 years ago. In the audience analysts, I asked if anyone was familiar with the amount of food wasted. 31% said they were familiar, 46% said they were a little familiar, and 31% said they weren't familiar at all. Today, more than a third of the food grown in the U.S. is thrown away, causing landfills to pile up. I work at a restaurant and we throw out expired food daily. And it still looks and smells good. Most of the food we throw out is salads, green peppers, onions, mushrooms, and pre-cooked chicken. I also have a friend who works at a buffet. At the end of the night, they throw out all their buffet food that wasn't eaten. The company's rules state that employees cannot bring home the food at night and they are not allowed to give it away to customers. Today I will tell you about the problems and solutions of food waste in America. According to the online source titled "Here's How Much Food Walmart Throws Away Over 12 Days," Melissa Mancini from CBS News posted on October 25, 2016, over the course of more than 12 visits, marketplace staff repeatedly found baked goods, frozen foods, meat, dairy, bottles of water, margarine, and cold cherries. Most of the food was still in its packaging rather than separated for composting. We are throwing out almost as much food as we are using. One question I asked the class was, what is your attitude towards farmers throwing away good produce because of size? 1% said it was okay for farmers to toss good produce. 62% said they didn't know that farmers threw away good food, and 30% of you said that something should be done to stop this. According to the online source Grocery to Landfill, confronting what we waste on May 11, 2016, Michael Weisstarch said in 2008, roughly 43 billion pounds of food was thrown out at grocery stores. That's about 10% of all the food purchased in stores. Unused food is the #1 item thrown out and found in landfills. We are filling up our landfills with good food deemed unusable. Waste begins with farmers. To grow produce, it takes a lot of water, fertilizer, land, and power. When harvesting, produce such as cauliflower is to be a certain weight and color. Some cauliflower grows with a yellow tint. When these defect cauliflower are found, they are thrown away because they are deemed unusable and consumers think it is no good because it isn't white. It is still perfect and some find it is better tasting. If it is too heavy or too small to fit in packaging, it is also thrown out. In the YouTube video, "Why Does Almost Half of America's Food Go to Waste?" a landfill worker said most of the food that he sees in landfills are from grocery stores and restaurants. It's fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, fruits, all dumped and all can still be eaten. According to FeedingAmerica.com, in 2015, 42.2 million Americans lived in food insecure homes. 13% of households are food insecure. Many of these homes include children. In the YouTube video "Food Waste in America" by Joey Salads, published August 12, 2015, Joey did a food waste experiment. He went to McDonald's and took 1 bag of their trash. In it, he found whole cheeseburgers, fries, chicken nuggets, and a lot of unopened ketchup and other condiment packages. Joey Salads took 3 bags of food from a local apartment building and emptied them. Inside, he found, what's on my sheet here? 1 whole piece of pizza, 1/4 of a tub of ice cream, 1 Hostess cupcake, half a bag of potato chips, half a bagel, half a 20-ounce Coke, 1 box of unopened Hamburger Helper, still within its expiration date, 1/4 of a whole chocolate cake, half a box of waffles, half a bag of bread, half a gallon of non-expired milk, and 1 apple with a bite taken out of it. Americans toss out roughly 20 pounds of good food every month. Just think of all the things we scrape off our plates when we're full and deem it unusable. How can we change all of this waste? First, we can buy what we are going to eat. Make a list before you go grocery shopping with the exact amounts of everything you need. When grocery shopping, it is okay to take produce that isn't perfect. Instead of buying a whole gallon of milk, buy a half a gallon. Frozen vegetables, such as frozen corn, can be just as nutritious as fresh vegetables and last a lot longer. Freezing meat like bacon, chicken, beef, pretty much any kind of meat, and freezing bread can create a lot of less waste too. When asked if people eat leftovers, 70% said that they did and 30% said sometimes. Leftovers from previous dinners can be brought as lunches to school and work, and you can eat them for breakfast or lunch the next day. Once food is cooked, it can last several days longer than raw food. There's also several meal delivery programs out there that bring fresh food to you. One is called HelloFresh. It is a meal delivery service. They send everything to create one meal at home, including the seasonings. With HelloFresh, you make exactly what they have, and that creates less waste because you only make one meal. Another option is a farm in Las Vegas collects leftover buffet from hotels, 10 hotels. They boil all the leftovers, including seafood, steak, potatoes, everything that was thrown out, and they feed it to their pigs. They have been doing this for years, and it creates less waste in landfills. 93% of people were asked what their attitude was towards grocery stores throwing away food, and they said that grocery stores should still have to donate food. Grocery stores and restaurants can indeed donate all the food that will expire soon to food shelves and homeless shelters. If a grocer knows that they will not sell a large amount of bananas, let's say, they can donate it before it goes bad to make sure that people eat it and it creates less waste in our landfills. My sister does this at CVS. Homeowners can create their own compost sites. We also can feed the wildlife. If you're going to toss out produce such as carrots and lettuce, throw it in the yard or a wooded area and rabbits will eat it. Old bread could be made into stuffing and croutons, and birds and other ducks can also eat that. They love it. Some restaurants are reducing waste by using ingredients for daily specials. Garlic and onion peels can go into soup stocks. Berries can be made into jams, and eggs can go on top of pretty much anything. Burgers, other dishes, eggs are great. Today I told you about the problems of food waste and solutions to solve the food waste problem in America. I talked about the amount of food thrown away weekly and yearly, landfills piling up, and the Joey Salads experiment. I told you how to create less waste by purchasing only what you will eat, grocery store donations, and restaurants using what will usually be thrown away for current dishes. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Keep your leftovers, you know you'll be hungry later.